Pensions Made Simple. Your annual allowance. A pension is a tax-efficient way to save for life after work. However, the government sets limits on the amount of pension you can build up before you have to pay extra tax. This video explains your annual allowance. This is the total pension savings you can build up in a tax year before you must pay extra tax. In the LGPS, the increase in the value of your pension benefits is used to work out how much annual allowance you have used. The value of your pension at the start of the tax year is adjusted for inflation and compared with the value at the end of the year. The difference is multiplied by 16. Any increase in your lump sum is added, as well as any additional voluntary contributions paid in the year. Most people are not affected by the annual allowance as their pension savings are below the limit. If your pension savings in the LGPS grow by more than the annual allowance, then your pension fund will let you know by sending you a pension savings statement. The annual allowance applies to all of your pension savings, including your LGPS pension, but not your state pension. If you are also paying into another pension, you should check the total annual allowance you have used. Ask your pension providers for a pension savings statement if you think you might be affected. If you think you may exceed the annual allowance, don't worry. Take a look at your pension savings over the previous 3 years. You can carry forward any unused annual allowance into the current tax year. So even if you exceed the allowance in 1 year, you may not have to pay extra tax. You can also slow down your pension growth by moving to the 50-50 section of the scheme. Here, you pay half the normal contribution rate to build up half the pension. There are times when your allowance could be lower than the standard annual allowance, such as if your taxable income and pension savings are over the current limits in a tax year. Your annual allowance is then tapered and decreases as your income increases. If you have to pay an annual allowance tax charge, you need to tell HMRC by completing a self-assessment tax return. Your pension fund may be able to pay the tax charge on your behalf. This would be recovered by permanently reducing your LGPS pension. It is your responsibility to pay the right amount of tax. Always take independent financial advice before you take any action to reduce your tax liabilities. For more information about the annual allowance, visit the government's website. You can also visit the LGPS website and use our Quick Check tool to see if you are affected, or watch more of our Pensions Made Simple videos. LGPS. For you, for now, for the future.